This is killing me here. Welcome everybody. I'm trying to figure out how to get my chat log on here on this OBS. Kevin, how you doing, buddy? First of all, let's do this. Oh, that didn't work. I'm learning this OBS here, this video streaming for YouTube, and man, is it a big learning curve. I mean, I can switch between scenes here. Like I can show you hello Kevin. Yeah, it's one of my hats. I've got many over here. Troy, what's up, buddy? The man that says good morning every morning on the Knife Doctor. Kevin, he's a local boy. He lives about 7 miles south of me in South Wilmington, and I live in the town of Wilmington, so there's two towns. But yeah, are you learning the OBS too, Kevin? I mean, I'm not really prepared for it right now. I mean, I'm still switching around. I'm using my cell phone to see my chat. I had the chat log up here on OBS on my PC, my big screen, but I can't find out how to get it back up. So that's work in progress. I had it yesterday when I was practicing. Let me put my cigarette out. How's my volume? Am I sounding okay? I got a microphone, but I can't seem to find my adapter to plug it into my PC. So I'm in the hunt for that. Until I do, I won't have too much of good sound. I got up here on my monitor, I got my webcam. I have a microphone on it, but it ain't the loudest. So it's almost impossible to see the chat on your phone. Yeah, I can read it, but plus my phone lags. So be patient on me answering questions. Anyways, I wanted to show something on this one scene. Oh, I can't seem to get it right, but I'll show you this. Kevin, you like this? I used to make fishing nets, and as you can see here, this is a fishing net I made and I gave away in as a door prize in it's for the Wounded Warriors event that we hold every year here in Northern Illinois, in Rockford, Illinois. And I give away something every year at the Wounded Warriors charity event. We raise funds for it. I mean, we raise over $14,000 to $15,000 at this one event. This is one of my giveaways. I used to make fishing nets. This one here is made out of black walnut and maple. And then I colored in a AR-15 rifle with the helmet on it and the boots on the bottom, on the handle. But yeah, so that's one of my adventures in life. What do we got here? I'm gonna have you make me a rifle sling. Sure, Troy, I'll make you a rifle sling when you get a chance, man. Just come see me, bud. Yeah, I do lots of things. I'm very spontaneous. Let me get this scene out of here. So, we got Brian Kulzik. How you doing, bud? There is Sharp. Then there's Kodiak Sharp. Oh yeah, you get one of my blades, you can shave any hair off your body with it. That's for sure. And I do like Kevin does. I use a belt sander to sand them, or to sharpen them. I mean, it only takes me like 2 or 3 minutes to sharpen a knife from. I start out at 600 grit. And I roll that. When you're using a belt sander, you want to see a burr forming as you go across the sander. You'll start seeing the metal burr curl as you're going across. That means you got the right angle. And then I just flip it over to the other side, and then I'll switch to 1200 grit on my sander. I got a 42-inch 2-inch sander, and it sharpens them pretty quick. And then I strobe it and hit it with some jeweler's rouge on the strobe, and razor sharp. I mean, less than 2 minutes. I've got all the whetstones and stuff, but oh hey Brian, I remember that. Yeah, you met me at Menards. Yeah. So I had a scene here, but I can't bring it up. It was called Pocket Dump. What was you carrying today? I'll tell you, I've got a few knives I like to carry. This is the Spyderco 2, and I modified it. I put ODE green burlap micarta on it. Sweet knife. Probably my favorite knife to carry. And I got another one the knife doctor likes to carry. Let me go get that real quick. Sorry about that, but I've been carrying these for several years. I got the 722 and the 726. Try that, Kevin. You got to get that finger to flick down, buddy. Spitfire, baby. And of course, I like to mod everything, so I got the spine carved here on the back spacer. And then I took it all apart and I stone washed it. This used to be a chrome blade, stainless steel. Can't go wrong with a Spitfire. I tell you what, man, I carry this a lot. It's in my rotation often. And then here's one you'll appreciate, Kev. This is newer, so I can't flick it, but when they get broken in, this one here is a custom. It's got carbon fiber scales on it, and I bought it on eBay. I won the winning bid at about $79 for it. It's a $130 custom knife. So I was happy to get this off of eBay. Yep, you love yours too, huh, Kevin? They're great. They're awesome, man. It was funny. I first started watching you, and then that's when you were big in the Spitfire, showing them in just about every one of your videos. And I probably only carried one, not even a year before you. But Yeah, they're great knives, man. Pardon me if I ain't keeping up. I'm reading my phone here, see what people are chatting about. But the fellow I bought this on eBay said he didn't know what these initials stood for. Somebody had it custom made and had something put on it. It says SLNTK LRX4 FDFR. If you know what that means, let me know. But yeah, I love this knife. This is in my rotation. I haven't yet to put a lanyard on it, but this is all four, tip up, tip down with the clip, and then reversible for ambidextrous. So you can put the clip in 4 different positions. But probably best EDC. Yeah, I would say, Kevin, it's one of my tops. That's for sure. I love to modify them and carry them. And I gave my buddy, my brother-in-law, I gave him a 722. No, 726. I'm sorry, the smaller version. And he carries it every day. He loves it. I made him a pocket dump clip for it. Speaking of which, here's one of my new knives I got out. Now, I'm yet to take them in. I've got to have a dozen made. This is, I designed this as a pocket dump. Let me get up here and show you. But it goes in your pocket and you clip it in. Well, you can't see it, but let me see here. Maybe this will do it. I got other knives in my pocket here. Hold on a second. Goes in your pocket like this. Clip it in with the ulti clip. Hold on. There we go. Maybe that'll work. There it goes. Goes in your pocket like this, and it gives you a fixed blade in your pocket. Pull it out, and there it is. Now I designed this after the Sodbuster Junior. It's around the same size, same blade shape. Now it's just stone washed right now, actually sandblasted, and it's getting ready to get Cerakoted. But what I'm gonna do, take this Kydex sheath out. What I'm gonna do here, bring the camera back, pardon me. Alright, this is a learning curve for me, so bear with me. It's going pretty good though. I got a pretty good amount of people in here. Yeah, definitely the best EDC, Kevin. Howdy, Alabama Knife and Tool. How you doing, bud? Let's go hit that like and subscribe. Thanks, Brian. I bought a Remington fixed blade off eBay a few days ago. Yeah, the Remington fixed blades, Remington knives in general, you know, Remington was the #1 seller of knives post World War I, pre World War II. Nobody outsold Remington. I mean, they had a knife division, of course, in their arms division. And I think it was in 1923 they sold $2.5 million a year in knives, all the way up until about World War II. They had over 2,000 models, and they had the Bullet brand with 26 different models. And what was most famous with the Bullet brand pocket folding knives were the Barlows, or not the Barlows, pardon me, the Cattleman knife. What is that? Help me here. The Trapper. The Trapper was their #1 seller. In fact, I think they brought it back in like 1983. They brought the Trapper back, the Bullet brand Trapper. Remington did, and you could only get the knife if you bought their new line of rifle and shotgun, and you had to pay for the knife. The knife was like 26 bucks or something around there, and the rifle was like 280. So you had to buy them both if you wanted the knife. You had to buy the gun first and buy the knife with it. So, but yeah, I love collecting the Remington knives, especially the older ones. I mean, they're pricey. I mean, you get an original Trapper, bullet brand Trapper from the 20s, you're looking at $5 grand, as high as almost 15 grand, depending on the shape of that knife. I'm telling you, it can ring up real quick. So I'm saving and waiting and looking. When it comes along, I'll probably dump about $5 grand in one of them knives, just to have one in pristine shape. I look at it as an investment. A lot of my knives are an investment. I'll probably sell them one day and use the money for something good, like a European vacation or something. But I currently have about 1,200 knives, somewhere around there, probably about 500 or so fixed blades, and no, I would say about 600, close to 600 fixed blades, and only about 500, no, other way around, close to 600 folding pocket knives, mostly traditional and conventional, and then I got probably close to 500 fixed blades. So, I've been carrying a steel mini tack for a month or so. I may have to come and get one of those fixed blades. Yeah, come. I was going to tell you about this pocket dump here I'm making. The fellow that's going to do my blade, he's going to Cerakote finish this whole thing to match these sheaths. So if I do a black with different pattern on a black, the knife will match it. I'll do probably like a police officer one, you know, American flag with the red, with the blue stripe, and I'll do a fireman one with the red stripe. Different sheaths. You know, I'm just going to get these out first and then go from there. But yeah, I mean, I love the Sodbuster's, probably one of my favorites, and I'm looking forward to having these at my knife shows when I go to different shows. I'm probably most likely gonna make it to the. I didn't make it to the November show, but I'm gonna make it to the December gun show in Kankakee State Park. If you're local, you know what I'm talking about. What else we got here? Did I miss anybody? Just sub. Thanks for your service, buddy. Well, thank you, Alabama. Appreciate it. I was in Desert Storm in the Red Sea. I mostly operated as stabs. We actually deployed the Marines and the Recon Marines in the SEAL Team 6 out of Chesapeake, Norfolk, Virginia, in the Red Sea on our missions. I went in the Navy. I wanted to be a SEAL, but I couldn't pass the Class A swim test. So it's like, well, you know, the next best thing would be to drive their boats. So I stayed a boatswain's mate and went to school for it, and went to small arms training with them boys and learned a lot and mastered small arms. You know, we did probably a dozen or so missions in and out Kuwait, in the Red Sea. Spent a weekend in Kuwait City. I would definitely do it again if I had to, but it was an experience that I'll never forget, that's for sure. But yeah, I made it. Don Comet. What did Don say? Made it. And then Kevin, oh, made it. Okay. Don, where are you from? Switzerland? I see you post probably 2 or 3 videos every night. That's fascinating, buddy. I mean, I wish I had the time. You must be a single man. But I subscribed tonight, man. I thought I was already subscribed, buddy. I'm sorry. That's all right, Kevin. What are y'all carrying today, if you don't mind? I forgot to say what I carry. I got a couple beaters, or ones I don't mind miring up. Again, I carry this almost daily. Paramilitary 2, that's my favorite. And the Spitfire. Let me look at these two. From Scotland. Wow. Are you a hillbilly? You know, the hillbillies came from Scotland. They were called Billy Boys. They migrated to Northern Ireland. And then they married my great-grandfather's family, James Farley from Northern Ireland. And they lived in the northern hills of Ireland. They called them hillbillies. That's where they came from. Then they migrated to the U.S. in the Appalachian Mountains. Just so any of you know, I'm a true-blooded hillbilly. Are you? You're living in New England, I see. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for your service too, buddy. You know, we were all one, right, brother? But yeah, these two look the same. Almost identical. I mean, they got a lot of roots together. So this is in my rotation a lot, the Spitfire 726 and or 722, and then the Paramilitary 2. I carry that all the time. And then I'm a retired union carpenters. Oh, here it is. Local 174, Will County Carpenters, Chicago District Council. But contractor's knives, I always carry them. And I'll tell you what, this is my favorite. If you look at the blade, I actually carved a vine pattern on the top of the blade. My buddy's got a knife shop. He says, man, ain't there a knife you got you don't modify? So I carry contractor's knives. And I carry the cheap one for beating up. This does the majority of my cutting. The Bug Out Buster. I got a video on my page on it. Review on it. This handle actually stayed in place when one of the fellows' YouTube channels tested the Bug Out against this knife. And the Bug Out's handle snapped in half. But this one didn't. This is a $10 knife. I'm yet to get their $5 one that's, and like Kevin was saying earlier on your channel, Kev, I don't even know how they can make them, and you know, but man, this thing's just ultra fidgety. And I bought several of them. Let me see here. Anyways, I got some more Ozark Trail knives. I got the 6-pack set with 3 knives, and it cost me $15.95 for 3 knives. A little mini, what do you call it? Pair of 3 Spyderco Bourne-Maker Sodbuster Lock Blade. Cutlery Edgehorn. 112 Buck Ranger. Oh, yeah, I figured I'd have that Ranger, anybody. Yeah, that's pretty fascinating. The Buck 112 in 1969, there was a fight broke out on the USS Ranger aircraft carrier. And Kevin was telling the story on his channel. And it sparked my memory, so I had to throw a few tidbits in there with it on how CJ Buck, Al Buck's boy, Al Buck put the prototype in the junk drawer in the kitchen. And CJ didn't think nothing of it. Anything in the junk drawer, what the hell, right? So he grabs the knife and goes fishing the local creek in California there where they lived. And he gets home, he lost the knife, and his father confronted him with the drawer open in the junk drawer in the kitchen. And his wife's like, you're dumb enough to put it in that drawer. What do you think your 11-year-old kid's going to do? He's going to grab the best looking knife he thinks he's going to be appropriate for doing what he's doing. So it's your fault. So that prototype kind of suspended the mass production of the knives for a couple of years, and by 1972 they got them in the catalogs all over the country. And they were, by 74 they were sending them out to all the dealers to sell them. But yeah, it was the military contract with Buck. They they didn't want to lose their contract or lose money. They were afraid of losing money, so the engineers went to work. You know, Al Buck said we got to get a smaller blade because the captain on the ship, and shortly after the whole Navy made it, they made a naval wide band. Of course, the Army didn't because they had the K-bar knives, right? But it was a band that carry anything over 3 inches on the ship. So you can go on the Buck website and read the story on it. There's a bunch of tidbits in there about it, which is pretty cool. So anyways, Pair 3 Spyderco you got on you. Yeah, I got to get that knife, Kevin. It's a little bit smaller. It's probably around the 722 Spitfire range. Warmaker side buster. Yeah, I love a good side buster, man. I got them. I got a collection of them hanging on the wall over there with the side busters from Case and some of the German makers. And I'll honestly tell you, if I find a good Case knife, I'll buy it. But it's got to be something special. It's got to be an older knife. A lot of these new knives, their quality control is going out the door, I think. Kevin touched base on that on his channel. If you guys haven't got a chance yet, subscribe to Kevin, the Knife Doctor. He's the one that inspired me to actually want to do this and go forward with it. I mean, I had the page, the channel, and never thought of doing anything until I came on the Knife Doctor's page. I think T. Roy Evans, Troy, I think he turned me on to you, Kevin. And he's on your page every morning saying good morning. So, hey, Carolina Knives, how's it going, buddy? You just got in the room. I don't know where to start. I'm learning this OBS. I'm trying to switch between scenes. I'll show you a little bit of what I used to do here. My fishing days. Okay. I used to fish professionally as a co-angler. I mean, I fish with all the top pros, Jimmy Houston, Larry Nixon, all them older guys, you know, Dion Hibden, the Hibden brothers. I fish with a lot of them. I still fish with Art Ferguson, St. Clair Shares, Michigan. I go up there for the smallies. We'll catch 50, 60 smallies a piece over 4 pounds. Just wear ourselves out. But yeah, here's Jimmy Houston, and then here's my lure. You can still go to my lure page, Elite Customs, and then there's my crankbait. I have it in the hands of all the professional anglers. And there's one of my first baits I ever made, the duck lure for northern pike down below. That's me and Jimmy at the Forest Wood Cup 2011 when Scott Martin won it. So it was a good time. We've done a lot of fishing on that lake, Hot Springs, Arkansas. If you ever get a chance, go check out them Hot Springs in downtown Arkansas. But if you look around on my page, you'll see a lot of that. But let me see what other scene I got up here. Going through this OBS, trying to learn it. Scene 3, scene 2. If you're just joining, I used to make fishing. I can still make fishing nets. I'm still set up for it. I got a woodworking shop. I do a lot of hand carving. If you see in my background here, behind me, backwoods leather. The light ain't doing it any justice, but I got a custom leather shop and a Facebook page for it. Doc, I go by 10 Gauge Troy on your channel. Troy Evans, yeah, 10 Gauge Troy. Yep. Don Comet. So what you carrying there, Carolina Knives, if you don't mind me asking you? I love your channel, love what your dad, Wade, and your father's doing. I told Wade I'm going to make him a knife, and I actually got a couple on the table. One's going to be going out to him soon. What do you think about this? This is my pocket dump with Kydex sheath, and I'm going to get these Cerakoted to match the sheaths all the way through the blade and all. It's got an ulti clip on it, so it goes in the pocket inside, and you always got a fixed blade in there. And I actually made this, designed it after the Sodbuster Jr. It's got the same blade shape, a little bit different of handle, a little bit longer. It comes with holes or a solid slot. But this is what I think I'm going to get out to you guys. I'll try to get you all one here soon. But I love a good fixed blade with me, especially when they're not too big. It goes right in the sheath, and there you go. You get a fixed blade Sodbuster with you. Pocket dump. I can't wait to get these Cerakote finished. Fella's going to do them. I'm going to wait till I got a few dozen of them made in the next month or so and get them all done at once. I'll have several different patterns. But whatever the pattern is on a Kydex, the knife's going to match it. And then I'll have a lanyard that will match, probably a pink lanyard or a green. I might have the neon green. That's my pocket dump. Here's another knife I modded. This, now, Kevin, I know you're against Chinese knives, buddy. That thinks Alabama Knife and Tool. What did Alabama Knife and Tool say? Okay. Hello, Seth. How you doing, man? Anyways, I know you don't like the Chinese knives, Kevin, but man, you got to check out the petrified fish knives. I mean, the Chinese in their quality control is meeting the standards of U.S. manufacturers, or that are not using, you know, and they're set up. China has facilities set up in Taiwan and other places. But the quality of these knives, I don't know if you held or tried a petrified fish yet, but you got to check them out. I mean, just put one in your hands, feel it. I mean, this is one of their hottest sellers. It's called the Beluga. Now, these scales I put on here myself. I modified like all of my personal collection, and this is one of them. This is called the Beluga, and it's a very fidgety knife. Finger flick underneath, thumb flick on top. It's even got the thumb flick on the very top. I mean, and look at the closure on this thing. After me modifying it, that's a dead center blade. I mean, D2 steel, and I'll tell you what, D2 steel is concentrate on what I'm doing here. Let me bring this camera down a little bit more here. But yeah, D2 steel is an underrated steel blade, or blade steel, I'm sorry. And you know, it's up there with MagnaCut when it comes to toughness. You know, it's not as stainless as MagnaCut, and it's not really considered 100% stainless because it has under 10% chromium in it, and chromium is what makes a knife blade stainless. When you hit 12.4, 12.5, you're 100% stainless steel blade. But yeah, this Beluga is something else. This is the Petrified Fish P01 K110. Actually, this is K110 steel. I have several others from Petrified Fish with the D2. Just look at the quality of this knife. I mean, just unreal. And this has got ambidextrous I put on it too. It's got a buried pocket clip, deep carry. You know, unfortunately, you can only carry it tip up. But I tell you what, check out these Petrified Fish, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, they're really nice knives. I'm glad to see you all here. I thought maybe I'd only have 1 or 2 people to come, but I kind of broadcasted it for a good hour. Not all day, probably 2 or 3 hours. But and then here's another one I modified with ironwood. No, this is actually zebra wood. I'm sorry. This is the 4 Max Scout. Now this is a big knife. I put zebra wood on it. It's a beast. I actually have another one from Cold Steel I did. I haven't done this one yet. The Tonto SR1 Light from Cold Steel. Yeah, it's a Taiwanian knife. These are all Taiwanian knives, you know, made in Taiwan. But you got the triad lock here, man. You can hang up to 900 pounds on this blade before it's gonna break. I mean, this is what put Cold Steel on the map, is that triad lock. I mean, they're just, look at how chunky that is. I mean, these knives are just, and I carry this in my pocket, and it fits in there nicely. But yeah, it's modified with me with zebra wood on it. And speaking of zebra wood, I'm making one now out of a Ferrer's rasp. And if you know, the Ferrer's rasp has two different textures, two different cutting edges on each side. But this is designed after, get it out here, and it's in the making. See, I got the pins going through it now. I got it somewhat sanded, so now I got to heat treat it, and then I'll take the scales off and sand them down nice and smooth together and put them back on. But yeah, this is something else. This is designed after the SOG Steel Pup, see. And I'll tell you what, look at the difference in the thickness in the metal. This is like 3/8 thick. It's beefy, but I eliminated a lot of that handle material. I wanted to show off the whole rasp. So that's what I got going. This will remain in my personal collection. I mean, I'll do one for somebody if they get a rasp they want to send to me. You all can send me any of your knives, and I'll customize them any way you want them. You tell me what you want, what you're thinking about. I'll customize the sheath for it. I'll put whatever you want on it. Is Carolina Knife still in here? Let me see here. Bro says howdy. Barlow Brigade. The Barlow Brigade is in here. Big Jim. Thanks for the personal invite. You bet, Jim. Thanks for coming. Kevin turned me on to you, buddy. Kevin's the man. He's got a lot going on. He's got me inspired now to want to start a knife show here in Illinois. We don't have too many of them here, that's for sure. We got too many yuppies up north that are afraid of knives, you know. But anyways, and here's the other Cold Steel. This is the Recon 1. This is the first one that I modified out of the Cold Steels. This is a carbon fiber and copper scales I put on it. And this one can be worn tip up ambidextrous only. But yeah, this is a carbon fiber. I mean, it's pretty cool with copper in it. And then of course I made a leather lanyard with a sheep's head knot and some copper winding on it. But you got the Recon 1. I love that knife. Oh, and I was going to show Kevin a knife here. Thanks, Kevin. I wanted to show you a knife. You and Jim were talking about the, what are they? The Benchmates. I got one for you, buddy. Okay, now, what was it? 1992, I believe this knife came out. And it wasn't until after I don't know, 96, I think. Don't quote me on this. I mean, I'm just trying to dig here. 1992, Emerson Knives, before they became a knife manufacturer and manufacturing their own knives, Emerson started out doing them on his own, out of his own shop, you know, and he was designing for other people, and then he got a hold of Benchmade that had a different name than Benchmade before 1992. And before 92 they were known, they took off from doing the Bali Song butterfly knives. Hence the picture of the butterfly on the Benchmade knives. So pardon me. Anyways, just want to let everybody know here that I've known Kodiak for 25 years. The man, awesome weather. He makes it from scratch. Awesome knife, brother. Customized as you get your money's worth. Hey, thanks, Claude. Welcome aboard, buddy. Speaking of professional fishermen, Claude Williams is a retired FLW pro. And he had to cut his career short due to health problems. But this man has fished with everybody. Just ask him here if you'd like to speak to him about it. But give him a like or a friend holler or whatever. Claude Williams. He's the one that's married to my wife's best friend, Cindy Williams, his wife, my wife Kim Holman, and we go out there every year. I just came from a vacation in North Carolina. I wanted to go. We went for 4th of July. I wanted to go it was the week. I wanted to stop in the Smoky Mountains for the Case family reunion there next year, and I will make the Knife Doctors show next year, and I'll have some knives for sale there. I mean, I probably could have made the knife show in Elville if I didn't spend over $1,000 on knives when I was on vacation. So I think I spent $400 just on this one buck alone. I'll show you in a minute. The guy wanted $450, and I actually talked him down to $350, and he took it. But the knife goes on eBay for almost $700 right now. So, anyways, back to to Kevin with the biggin. Dad, a biggin. Are you talking about my? You talking about my Recon 1? This one here, Chim? Yeah, it's a big knife. I mean, I'll compare it to something here. Let me see. How about comparing it to my Barlow, Jim? Since you're the Barlow king. This is my personal Barlow that I make. Since we're on that topic, this is my Barlow. It's made from 1084 high carbon steel. It's not a stainless, and it has Kodiak edge on the blade, if you can see it. And I made this all from scratch. It's got ironwood. This is the ironwood I was talking about. That's probably the most preferred wood from most custom knife makers, is the ironwood. I mean, it's just beautiful wood. I don't know if you can make out this grain or not. The lighting here just doesn't do too much justice for it. But and then I carved a spine with an S pattern with an arrowhead on the top, and then the top of the blade there at the ricasso has a arrowhead carved in it. This is my Barlow, and it's got a half stop. And if you can hear that walk and talk, I'm gonna get close to the mic. Yep, that's my Barlow. And I make these custom slips here that clip on your pant belt loop. You just put your knife in there, your traditional folders. I can make you one. Just message me or email me at gmanh1965 gmanh1965@gmail.com. You push down up here to get the blade out. They work out pretty nice. This is something I come up with one night in the shop. I was just thinking about things. I had some of these left over, and I was like, what can I do with them? So, yep. What do we got here? Love me some cold steel. Oh yeah, you know it, Troy. Barlow, that a big one. Okay, the comments are slowing down. I hope I'm not boring everybody. Here's a new one I bought, Kevin, if you're still here with us. That's a tiny buck. Made in the USA, of course. 20 bucks at the gun show the other day. It says buck USA 824 and the date stamps on it, but it's so small I can't read it without my magnifying glass. I think this is called the 824 Lackback. It's got anodized aluminum scales and nickel silver pins going through it. Nice little Lackback. Just bought that the other day. Yeah, there's some lag time. I wish I could. I'm going to find out tonight and tomorrow. I had it up yesterday, the chat log on my OBS live streamer. I need to find out how to get that back up. So I got you in real time chatting with me. I'm looking on my cell phone what you're saying to me now. But what else? Here's another new one I got the other day. Speaking of new knives, this is the Boone and Crockett Buck. It comes with a beautiful sheath, leather sheath. This is the traditional Buck 110 series sheath. Now all these knives fall in the category of what they call the 119 series. So even though this ain't a 119, but they were all designed about around 1940 and put out in sales in like 1964. The 119 series knives. The knives they went door to door selling, showing they could cut a bolt in half with it, with this tempering process. But this is the Boone and Crockett, and it's got Buck knives established 1902 on the snap, and then it's the 118. It's stamped on the back there. This is the collector's edition, Wildlife Conservation, Buck 118. It's brand new. I picked this up. I actually traded a case trapper for it, believe it or not. I got one of these on the table. I'm restoring for a fellow right now. Oop, dropped it. But yeah, that's a beautiful knife. Okay, I don't see no more comments coming across here. You all with me still? If you're wondering about this one, I gave the fellow $350 for it. This is a custom Elkhorn. This is all silver plated. The whole knife silver plated. And that's real elk stag. It's called the Elkhorn Dagger by Buck. And I have a video on it on my page. Buck, what's it say there? Buck Custom Shop USA. Right on the top of the blade there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But, yeah, this has got the whole blade and all the way around. This is all silver coated bolster, and it's got 3 metals. So actually that's a nickel silver, and this is all silver coated, and it's got brass on this side, and on that side it's got bronze. That's a beautiful knife. This is my favorite in my whole collection, of course. And then this is the sheath it comes in. Got the 970. That's the model number on it. Buck always puts their model numbers in the back of the sheath. Yep. That's a heck of a knife. They got several other custom ones like this that I want to get. But you can only buy so much time. Here's an Uncle Henry I did. What ship were you on? Desert Storm? Well, this is my main ship right here. Okay, anti-submarine. FF-1092 Thomas E. Hart's frigate. And then my second deploy. And then my last deploy was at John F. Kennedy in dry dock just before I got out. After the war, I was a short timer. I had less than 6 months to get out, so I opted for short out after the war and got out. But a lot of river boats. I ran the river boats and motor whale boats. We did a lot of con-ops, they called it, out at sea. We had 200 miles of water radius that we surveillance for possible drug smugglers. That was our pastime after the war in the Kuwaiti Liberation Desert Storm. 93, we were basically just doing con-ops, Coast Guard operational narcotic patrols, where we busted possible drug smugglers. Then I spent 6 months in Puerto Rico, Rosie Roads, Puerto Rico Naval Base, pushing ships into port with the tugs. And then at the end of 93, 94, I was to get out in 94, but at the end of 93 I got out 6 months early. And they put me on the John F. Kennedy in dry dock. I was the last person to walk to John F. Kennedy as a boatswain's mate. My ship, the 1090, the Thomas E. Hart, the frigate, it got traded, or actually given, to the Turkish government because there was a conflict going on just before the Gulf War, before Desert Storm. And we accidentally took out a bridge on one of their Turkish ships. I don't know if you remember seeing it in the news or not. So our government decided not to dry dock Thomas E. Hart, but to give it to the Turkish government. So we had over 200 sailors on our ship, and they sent 130 Turkish sailors to be with us for 6 months to train them. None of them could speak English, and they were smelly. I mean, they didn't believe in taking showers, maybe once or twice a month. They loaded on the cologne so you wouldn't smell them, and you could smell them. Couldn't talk to them. They were just, ugh. I was a boatswain's mate, so I was in charge of the outermost part of the ship, and the anchor room was mine. So I didn't want to share my berthing with the Turks, so I got me a hammock and put it up in the locker room. And every time the ship rolled 30 degrees, my hammock stayed perfectly low. I slept like a baby. But no, I don't. I did some about a dozen missions in the Red Sea. You know, in stabs and taking the boats up into the Red Sea, spraying the shorelines, and nothing you wanted to see. And I don't really like talking about it, to tell you the truth, because it's not a good memory. I made it out of there alive. SEAL Team 6 and the recons, they knew their shit. They taught me a lot. But and I have the utmost respect for the Marines and the Navy, Naval Intelligence, Navy SEALs, the Marine Recon. They're just awesome. Yeah. Marines had an attitude. We were in the local bars in Chesapeake Bay, but we took care of them. But once they got to know us, they loved us. We loved them. You know, we watched over each other's backs, man. We made sure we made it out of there alive. Here's my fighting knife. I got a Velcro strap on it. You just Velcro it around your belt. You can Velcro this on a chest, on any type of EDC that you wear. This way, that way, on your belt, horizontal. And I carry it in the horizontal draw position. Right here, I wrap it around my belt. When it comes out, it's ready to go. A lot of times, I'll carry it in my pants, strapped around the belt. So it's ready to go. And this here, my sons, is the world's deadliest blade. I mean, just go see Janet, make them for Spyderco, the Warncliffe. You know, and we were taught to fight with knives, protect ourselves with knives, and when this blade enters into the human flesh, I guess you could say, the angle of this blade forces this cutting edge down. Instead of making a wound this wide going in, it makes a wound. It makes a wound that wide, because this forces the blade down, so you actually will cut more internals. And yeah, this thing's sharp. It will cut your hair. I don't want to be stupid with it, but you know, anyways. So this is my new design. This is called the Kodiak Edge Bear Claw. Got my logo on there. I don't know if you can see it. I have a bear claw. It says Kodiak Edge is my logo. And this is select black walnut that I designed. It's ergonomically perfect to fit in your hand for fighting. It's got a skull crushing pommel that was used on a lot of the Eck Trooper knives back in the day, World War I and World War II. K-Bar and Eck collaborated. They got a lot of the Eck knives back out again. But that's a skull crusher, and then of course, you know, lanyard. You can put a lanyard on there, but and then this is designed, you know, of course, to guard your hand somewhat, to snag a knife in fighting. And then also, I designed it so it's ergonomically perfect for your whole hand. It just nestles in there perfectly. So it's all about function with this. And then I made a Kydex sheath with it. This is just a prototype sheath. Just wanted to get my design done. I got this Velcro strap on it. Kevin, we went in the Desert Storm on the Thomas C. Hart. Other ships that were in our fleet were there to meet us with our stab missions. River boats, the Zodiacs, the shit that we used was all on the Dahlgren. I think the Dahlgren, I can't remember. USS Dahlgren? I don't know, that was 35 years ago, wasn't it? But so all our equipment was there. I went up in the Red Sea, in the Thomas C. Hart, and we ported there, Kuwait City, and waited for our assignments and our orders. Okay. Love me some cold steel, thanks. Big end, that's nice. Claude Williams, let me see here. I can see I got some serious lag time here. I don't know if it's, I mean, I got a brand new internet modem here. It's a business modem from Verizon Network, and it's fairly quick. But I got to learn how to, on this OBS stream, live stream here, how to get the chat window back in it. I had it last night, and I should have thought about it before I started tonight. But what else do I got here? Check out this knife I made out of a pipe wrench, Kevin. Kydex leather sheath. I think I gotta sand this one back down again. No, it's not too bad. It's starting to rust a little bit. But that's made out of a pipe wrench. This is the part that goes up and down. This was the actual jaw of the pipe wrench. Pipe wrench jaws are 40% high carbon. I mean, they're great steels for making knives. And then I carved a spine with the vine pattern on it. You can see that. And it's got a pounded finish on it, right out of the forge. One of a kind. It's got my leather business logo on it, Backwoods Leather. The one you see back there, you can go to my Backwoods Leather page on Facebook. See all my work there for leather. And then Kodiak Edge is my Facebook page. My YouTube channel is Kodiak Edge Bladesmithing. So, anyways, looks too good. Barlow, let me see, looks too good. Look good to go. Barlow Gate, dang. What you talking about there, Jim? You talking about this? I made several of these. I like making them. They're fun. This thing's a big one. That's that. Here's one of my other designs. I'll bring some up for Kevin to check out too here in a second. He's gonna like. This is my first. This is the Kodiak Bear Claw Junior. My custom leather sheath on it with my bear claw on it. It's all leather, integrated vertical carry. I've got black burlap micarta scalloped scales on it. And there's the blade. Kind of somewhat like a Spyderco blade in a way, but man, you can really choke up. This is kind of probably like a combination skinning knife. I mean, it fits in the hand just perfectly. And then you got some thumb jimping here. I got a little sharpening choil right there, and you can pop a beer bottle with it if you have to. It's got my logo on the blade there, if you can see the bear claw. But yeah, this is one that I have designed. I like it. Oh, it's got my Kodiak Bear mosaic pin on it. Kevin loves the Bears. See that pin in the back? You get brass pins. So yeah, that's my Kodak Bear Claw. And then I got a bushcraft knife that I do here. This is a hybrid sheath, leather and Kydex. It's got my business logo on here, Kodiak, or no Kodiak, but backwoods leather, handcrafted by me, Gordon J. Holm. And I got some local wood here. What do they call that? Hedge, not hedge apple. God, hedge apples, we'll say George. It'll come to me. But anyways, this is it. I gotta put some oil on this thing and clean it up. I got a little ferro rod dust on it. Now look through the scales. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the pins through it. Need to get some light on it. Now you can see it. You can see the pins through it. That's an orange plexiglass. It's got a brass bolster I put on it. Brass pins. And a leather lanyard. And then the Kydex sheath. It's black Kydex on the inside and it's all wrapped in leather. Fits in there snugly. Now the ferro rod, I gotta get one of the, oop. What the heck happened here? Sorry about that. I lost my chat here. What the heck did I do here? Okay, here we go. I got it back. Enjoying your life. I'm old bass guy myself, still chasing those big Lake Lanier spotted bass when I'm not knife hunting. Oh, I heard that, Alan. I still fish. I love fishing. I grew up on the Kankakee River, cleanest river in the state of Illinois. And I love to fly fish. You can see here all the flies I've tied that are on a magnetic board here. I got them on my door. Nothing better than a lot of poppers and bass fishing and northern fishing with my number 10 fly rod and reel. But nothing better than catching even a 2-pound smallie on a 9-foot fly rod, man. You're hooked for life. You got to try it. Anyways, the ferro rod that comes with this, I got to get it one of them. Take this leather off of here, and I'm going to get a rubber strap that comes across tightly and hooks the other side of this so it doesn't fall out. Just one thing I got to do to it. But it's got a sharp edge for starting fires. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah. Let's start the place on fire, huh? But, so that's my bushcraft knife. Anyways, I want to show one to Kevin here. He appreciate this one. Case lock blade set. In the package, never used. With the sharpening stone, Arkansas sharpening stone and the oil, case oil in the sheath. Take this out of here. Comes with a nice bottle of oil there. And tell you what, I'll do a review on it. Good for another video, but here's the cover off of it. Beautiful sheath. I just love these sheaths. You see that date stamp there, Kevin? Got the Arkansas stone on it. I put several of them stones in my other knife sheaths. Trying to get this lid back on her. Pardon me for a second. I'll get it later. Here's a Puko knife I'm doing. I gotta finish the sheath up. I think I'm gonna trash it though. I kind of messed up a little bit on the oak leaves. The Swedish, the Puko knife. Now this one ain't really a Puko knife. I ordered these Mora knife blades online. Who from the area, Jim? This is a Mora knife. I bought the blade blank online, and I made the handle. That's ironwood. That's that beautiful ironwood. I got to do a little more sanding on it, get it up to about 1,000 grit. But the Puko sheaths, they've been around forever. I mean, this knife to the Finnish people in Finland is synonymous as the samurai sword is to the Japanese in Japan. They fought for their country and their lives with this knife, with the Puko knife. I actually have some in my case over there. If you get a chance, I want to share a couple books. This book here, this is a Puko book. If you want to learn more about the knives from Finland. Great book. I mean, it's just full of old school, new school, the whole history on the knives. You know, everything you want to know about the Pukos. And then another book I wanted to show. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. This is one Kevin would like to see. Get the Gentleman's Pocket Knife. Now this is really cool. And this book is one of the reasons why I favor getting the German handmade knives more than American case knives and all them other knives. Hands down, Germans are amongst the best knife bladesmiths in the world. I mean, even today, the Parker knives, they're still handmade blades, hand forged. And then this has got just stuff about all the different makers. William Russell case, even case knives are in here. The Laguiole, I got a few of them knives from France. And then the Barlow's, Jim, check that out. This one here is the British Gentleman. Pretty nice looking knife. But yeah, it's full of all different makers from around the world. Mostly new. Here's the cases again. All stag handle there. Here's the UNXL. I mean, it's just got everything that's classic to be bought. The Open Vero block. Open nail Vero lock. I got the whole set of them knives. It goes into details here, like in this book. Let me see here. how modern knives are constructed, different parts, and how they're put together. That's that one there. A bit of pocket knife science. It's got the different modern handle materials from today in it. Okay. Then I dropped half of my stuff on the floor from my display. Love my knives. And let me see here. Are you from my area? Hey, Jake. What's up, Jake? Taylor, eyewitness. What are we talking about here, folks? Is Kevin still here? He probably got tired. He's got lots to do on his channel. I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. This turned out better than I thought it would. I'm going to have to advertise it and do at least once a month and go from there. I'm looking at my phone here. Let's see if I missed anything here. Okay, 7:36. It's 8:19 right now, my time. 8:12, 8:14. Oh, the Barlow showed? Are you from my era? You mean, am I from your era collecting knives? Gonna be 60 next year, so. Man, I got knives everywhere on my table here. Don't ever buy these knives, guys. $5 junk. Master Force Menards. They don't even flip open. They're almost impossible to adjust. The Master Force series, they're garbage. If you want to pay $5–10 for a knife, go get you an Ozark Trail at Walmart. Well worth the money. You can see it's my beater knife. It's what I carry. $10 I paid for that. D2 steel. Can't beat it. Cannot beat it. And then of course I got my construction knives. I got the DeWalt's or the Milwaukee's. I've got Fastback series. Just flies right open. Of course I carved the spine on that one. It's a liner lock. Here's their lock back in the Fastback series. I gotta hold it up to the camera, huh? And you can put this tip up and tip down in the right hand, but not left handed. It's a lock back D2. These are probably my favorite ones to carry, and right now this is what I carry mostly. I also love, and I've been carrying them my whole career for 40 years as a union carpenter. Craftsman. This is Aussate steel. I mean, just look at this. It's got the liner lock on the top, or some kind of axis lock or whatever. But just push that button, flick it right open. And then the thumb stud. Oh, I'm trying to hold it right for the camera, but it flies open. Then they got the DeWalt's. This one's pretty nice. It's got a finger flick. Gotta get broken in yet. Liner lock from DeWalt. So if you're just gonna choose these construction grade knives, Go with the DeWalt, the Milwaukee, or the Craftsman. Can't go wrong. Craftsman, anything happens to the knife, you chip it, break it, take it back, they give you a brand new one. Right in the box at the store. Lifetime guaranteed. Lifetime warranty. Just like their tools. I've been taking countless measure tapes back that I've broken over the years. They just give me a new one. Same with the knife. Hey, this thing was 15 bucks. You know? I believe this is D2 steel. I don't think this is Osate. Osates come on the cobalts. They're okay. It's got a really ergonomic handle on it. I mean, it's pretty cool. And it's only got a tip down carry. Not ambidextrous at all. You got more options with the Milwaukees and the DeWalts. But yeah, this is a liner lock DeWalt. I think this is the Osate. I think DeWalt makes the Osate steel. Craftsman. So, and then I was going to show you this Uncle Henry I did. I put the Swedish, it's on my page as a review. Swedish burl, or birch burl. They say it's getting rarer and rarer over there. This is an old Uncle Henry. Here's the date stamp on it. And then I carved a spine on it. This is another vine pattern. Beautiful knife. Yep. So anyways, okay, I think I'm going to have to get off of here. It's been long enough. I wanted to show you one more knife. I love the lag wheels from France. This one comes in a box with lag wheel on it. Got a leather carrying case pouch. You can pay like 230 bucks for this one. Okay, this is the lag wheel from France. It's got the notorious, known for carving butterfly or bee on the spine. There's 7 different carvers in France that carves the spines of these knives. Depending on the knife you get or the carver you wanted, they'd make the knife and carve it for you. And then these were called shepherd's knives. This is where the two cultures came together in France, the Portuguese and the French. And usually they have a shepherd's cross. The pins are shaped. There's be 4 pins this way and 2 on the outside, making up a cross. So when they stuck it in their wine and bread, they said their prayer before they ate, and they proceeded to eat. But you can buy these today in cheaper sets. You know, like 60, 80 bucks. You can get a whole kitchen knife set with the bee on it. Of course, not the intricate carvings and everything else. But this one's a lag wheel. You can see on the blade. Lag wheel France. It's the Le Guavadon, they call it. And that's a sanctuary over there to protect the gray wolves. And this is the Wildlife series that lag wheel did. I got. And when you close these, you got to close the blades gingerly. You can't let them slam down because there's no kick here. The ricasso is straight with the blade. So if you slam this down, you're going to dull on that blade. So you got to gingerly bring it down and close the lag wheel slowly. You can see the carving on the spine on that one too. It's got an hourglass shape on it. I don't know if you can see that. And like a floral pattern on the back spine. So, anyways, the lag wheels, I'm looking forward to getting a lot more in my collection. France. You guys could probably see better than I can. My streaming ain't a full screen like what you're looking at right now, so you're probably seeing a better view of my stuff. Man, I got a pile of knives going on here. Kevin must be gone. He's probably tired of creating another video. That man's got a long day every day. Busy, busy man, good people. I'm glad to have hooked up with him. And I look forward to hooking up more and more with each of you. If any of you want to get a sticker swap with me, just message me on my page. Or you can email me at gmanh1965@gmail.com. Send me a holler, email me, and I'd love to give you a sticker swap out with you. Especially you, Barlow. Oh, Barlow Jim's got mine though. Yeah, yeah. I gave him one through Deep South Cutlery. Another great site. You all got to check out if you haven't been there yet. And then, is Doc still here? I don't think he is, Jake. He's a busy man, and he's probably putting some content together or cleaning up his day's mess like I'm going to be doing here when I get done. I think I need to get off here. What's we got? Holiday scenes here. Fishing days. Yeah, this is me with Jimmy Houston here on the left there. My Elite Customs, you can go see that on Facebook right now. And then there's my crankbaits that are sold there. And then that was one of my first lures I ever made below my duck lure. Mallard, duck, chick for catching northern muskies up here in northern Michigan. So, with that said, I need to get off. So Jake, you're the one. Great life, G-Man. See you around. Yeah, come on by. Stop by sometime, buddy. Definitely. Thanks for stopping in, man. I'm gonna most likely do this once a week for now, till I get really good at it, and I'll probably do it several times a week after I get really good at it and I figure everything out in OBS. OBS streaming is a big learning curve. I mean, I've went to digital photography school and got a degree in digital photography, so learning digital videography was nothing for me. But man, all these platforms for the OBS, from stickers to live communicating, it's just a lot to learn. So I look forward to being here once a week for everybody, answering questions. If you've got any questions right now, real quick, go ahead and ask me. If not, I'll see you on the next one. I think the next live I'll do some question answering on blade steels and knife shapes and just about everything about knives in between. Alan, I am north. If you were asking me, Barlow Brigade. Okay, Alan. Big Jim Barlow Brigade. He's down there in Mississippi, next to D South Cutler. He's one of the brotherhoods in the building there. He visits regularly. Probably has coffee with him. Coffee. Oh, another mention here. Operation Hat Trick. You get these at Cracker Barrel, or you go online to their website. American flag on it there. I wanted to show this to Kevin, but I forgot about it. This is my coffee mug. It says here, they promise to defend, we promise to support. So every one of these mugs you buy, $15 of it goes to the funds for the veterans programs for rehabilitating the veterans with the mental disabilities that they get when they get out. Check it out. Operation Hat Trick. I even got a hat with the OHT on it. Go with the mug. Got the American flag on it too. So this is real nice. I mean, it's look how thick that is. Sticks out there nice rubber grip. I mean, it's just nice sliding, locking lid. It's got a straw slide in it. My coffee mug. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you all being here, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Share my page. I'm trying to get to at least 500 subscribers here soon. It's a slow-going process in the beginning, but everybody goes through that. With all your help and other YouTube channelers that are here watching me and watching my content, I'm sharing your stuff, you share my stuff, and we'll make it together. And if it's just a friend stopping in, watching my videos, I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Till next time, peace out. Thanks, folks. Bye now.
That I would look for a brick. Like I would try to find like a weathered brick. You find those all over the place because old brick houses and stuff like that. So that's what I'd probably look for. Now, if you can't find that, then obviously look for the flattest stone you can, and then use it. And you just basically